Could you please compare for us between public cloud and private cloud as far as benefits to a manufacturing company is concerned?
Sure. So, there's a fine line between what a private cloud is and private cloud-like stuff, right? So go back to the earlier example where a customer may have a data center and they're running, virtualization infrastructure, so or some common data services on their hardware. They may be doing that, with more of a virtualization vendor or a database vendor, or they may be increasingly, some of the cloud vendors now let you bring cloud-like functionality to the edge. They have hardware partners that'll build you a rack that you manage very much like as if you were running Azure or AWS or something like that. So that line gets kind of blurry what the difference is between them, but it still comes down to there are a great example I think would be like governmental cloud, right? We've got in the national security industry or defense industry, each of the big cloud vendors has already built kind of segmented clouds for them. A lot of businesses still manage certain parts of their infrastructure because they just believe that data can't risk flowing outside the boundaries for a variety of reasons, whether they're real or imagined. And then all the illities we talked about earlier, right? I need availability. There's a lot of debate and discussion about whether private infrastructure and private clouds are more reliable or more secure than a public cloud. Because the question, here you have a group of the cloud vendors live this day in, day out. They're always trying to improve their uptime, their service, their security. Do you have that same capability, with a private cloud? I don't know. That's not really my core area of expertise, that kind of infrastructural stuff. But I think really it comes down more to where does the application need to run? What's the best place for it to run? And can we get some of those good cloud-like capabilities, even if we're running it in the edge, in the data center? Like, I personally would love to see edge infrastructure start to bring more cloud-like capabilities too. That particularly, hey, we're starting to do more things with these applications. Performance is suffering. Instead of getting a bigger box, put more boxes and enable, like, people in the manufacturing world, or excuse me, the plant side of the world. Manufacturing's a big thing, right? You have design, right? You have designing products, selling product, service. But within that plant environment, we grew up out of the client server world, or even worse, the monolithic app running on one box. If we can get tools from the cloud vendors and infrastructure from the cloud vendors that lets us get all the goodness of cloud scalability, high availability, all that stuff, I think that would be kind of cool, right? But we also have to make it easier for developers to develop applications that leverage those capabilities without having to be experts in designing for a cloud architecture. That's, to me, a super exciting opportunity for the cloud vendors themselves, is to rediscover the edge.